You've asked Tara about this supposed research facility?
She's not picking up. Told her to look into Livingston.
You think something's happened to her?
If it has, it's my fault.
The weight of the world on your shoulders. We know the risks.
Yeah, well, this isn't exactly what I imagined.
Because it's not just about you.
How'd you feel about coming with me in case stateside?
I'd consider it.
Felix still in the kitchen?
Don't complain. We ate well while you were off wandering the desert.
He should be decrypting the disk Adler found. We need whatever's on it. Hey, Chef, you cracked that disk yet?
It seems the KGB operatives that lived and worked here in the 1960s took orders directly from Nikita Dragovich, the Soviet general that Alex Mason and Jason Hudson terminated in '68. Activities took place here without the knowledge of Soviet leadership or the KGB itself. Almost like the Russian equivalent of the Pantheon. It seems the KGB operatives that lived and worked here in the 1960s took orders directly from Nikita Dragovich, the Soviet general that Alex Mason and Jason Hudson terminated in '68. Activities took place here without the knowledge of Soviet leadership or the KGB itself. Almost like the Russian equivalent of the Pantheon.
Yo.
I'm afraid I'll need a little more time. Unless you've come to help. Yet to be determined. I found these cookbooks in storage, but I'm afraid my Cyrillic skills are not as sharp as they once were. And I am working with ingredients that I could hunt and forage from the surrounding area. So, let's call it a stew, shall we? I see. Because I no longer desire to take a human life. You believe my heart bleeds for all creatures. It's an understandable assumption. However, these are very different circumstances. To hunt is to be in symbiosis with nature. To take a life without due cause is parasitical. Society is a predatory structure. Those with power, whether legitimate or otherwise, prey on those without, and use thugs, uniformed as I once was, or otherwise, to enforce their rule. The Stasi, CIA, organized crime in Avalon, most assuredly Pantheon. All our institutions of oppression. I bloodied my hands, burdened my soul with this complicity, and now I live in shame. Never again. I cannot say. I think that makes us a necessary evil. Perhaps this is why I prefer computer systems. Ones and zeros. However, binary thinking is not conducive to modern existence. Social systems are complex webs. I think we can only navigate the gray and hope that history views us favorably. Whatever it contains is locked behind some rather impressive encryption. I was able to write a program to decrypt it, but the truth is, I am stumbling in the dark at best. Not so much picking the lock as drilling through the tumblers. Considering where you found it, the logical assumption is that it holds data pertaining to a weaponized biological agent. Or pornography. Feel free to come by the kitchen later. Might need a test subject.
Case. Need something before we go? Oh, that's not fair. I need to generate revenue, Case. Taking down Avalon's crime factions isn't cheap. Don't get me wrong. You have a noble pursuit. But it isn't my fight. I'm not American. Don't have a misguided sense of patriotism like Marshall over there. A very long 10 miles down the mountain. To the nearest town. Rustic, you might call it. Place was depressing. But I hate having nothing to do, and I wasn't keen on being cooped up here with Woods. What? Over the acting? Please. Not worth the energy. Contrary to Marshall's manly sensibilities, I could have helped. But you made it back alive, so... Adler's only interested in whatever connections Avalon has to the Pantheon, if any. He could care less about my own mission, or anyone else's for that matter. Don't expect any bleeding heart behavior from him. Of course.
It was a savvy play on someone's part to frame me for the Panama fiasco last year. The topic on everyone's mind. A mole inside Langley that gift-wrapped our best operatives for the Nicaraguan drug lord Raul Menendez. The papers incriminating me turned up at the exact time I started investigations into the Pantheon. Someone wanted me gone in a hurry. Well, mission accomplished. For now.
Hey, do me a favor and check on Felix, will you?
Not in the mood right now.
Adler believed the Pantheon gained access to a military research facility called Advanced Technologies and Applications.
Sounds impressive.
It's located in eastern Kentucky. The building is marked as Cosper Solutions on the surface. Underneath, it's a whole different story.
This place looks pretty remote. Nothing but forests and hills. We should park a few miles out, hike the rest of the way in.
Once we're inside, our target is the biotechnology wing. Adler thinks that's where the Cradle may have come from. We need some answers on what this thing does.
Didn't you say Adler worked there at some point?
Briefly, about 10 years ago. He mentioned unusual, classified programs there using human subjects. Then suddenly the place was shut down and quarantined after a biohazard incident.
The Cradle.
It's sure looking that way. Sev, how's it going on your side?
Still looking for a way in. The north doors are totally sealed. You?
Case and I are in South Gate utility entrance. Looks like someone's been through here recently. Used the freight elevator. Chains broken. All right, mask on. Your turn. Take shot! Hang on, I've got... Hey!
Well, you're still alive, that's something. Sev and I will look for another way down. I'll let you know once we're inside. Go ahead and see if you can find the biotech entrance. Be careful. Try to limit any more exposure. Whatever's needed.
Attention all staff and visitors. We are currently experiencing a hazardous material incident. This is not a drill. Attention all staff and visitors. We are currently experiencing a hazardous material incident. This is not a drill.
Biotechnology restricted. Please see security for access.
It's for you.
It's fantastic to see you again, Case 1. How have you been feeling? A friendly reminder that most of the facility is off-limits to patients. I hope you understand.
Welcome back, Case.
Biotechnology restricted by Security Access 4. 4 director keycards required for entry.
Bringing back memories yet? We thought we'd never see this place again. Those are the stairs we want. Don't worry, the cradle can't hurt us anymore. We're special. Special since we first experienced the cradle. 10 years ago.
Good morning. Welcome to Advanced Combat Research. ACR employees are reminded that authorized safety equipment must be worn on the testing floor at all times.
Case might be having comm issues. Radio shots for a while now. Case, are you getting any of this? Clouds of this shit everywhere. Looks like the whole place is toxic. You don't think it can get through skin, do you? I don't know why you gotta go and say something like that.
you've made it to advanced combat research, you must have friends in high places. And they probably got there using one of the most cutting-edge tools in development.
Excellent work, Case. 3 more keycards to go.
If you've made it to advanced combat research, you must have friends in high places.
Look up. We're stronger and faster than the rest of us. That's what the cradle was originally designed to do.
Okay, sit rep. Haven't heard from you at all. Everything okay?
was absolutely thrilled with the results of last week's Cradle trial. You're exceeding all of our expectations. In fact, we think you're ready for the next step.
Please join us this Friday for a special admin seminar.
They documented the making of the Cradle here. They used to take their reports to the director. Now it's up to us. Maybe he'll give us his keycard in return. We found the first report. They were all complicit. Another report. Good job.
Administration, the unsung heroes of advanced technologies and applications. Welcome to the Nerve Center. Data collection, finance, resource management. It all happens right here. Go ahead and have the nearest worker on the map.
Check the conference room case. One down, 3 to go. That's the last report. It's 2 reports, 2 left. 3 reports, 1 more to go. There we are. I knew we couldn't trust him. He has the keycard. Don't let him get it. Like the rest of them. Two left to find. Only a few know the origins of the Pantheon case. They were a CIA branch, unknown to even the other Black Ops divisions. They developed the Cradle. A new generation of operatives would be born of it.
Haven't seen evidence of these human experiments Adler told you about.
Me neither. Maybe he was happening below.
No offense, Case, but I'm glad you're down there and not me.
You're not alone.
Unauthorized access to joint operations. Please report it immediately. Thank you.
Track it down, Case. It has the keycard we need. It's hiding again.